Hey folks, this week I have a piece of Ambrosia maple that I'm going to be turning into a yarn bowl for my daughter-in-law. This is 4x4 by 8. I think it'll make it a good size for a small one if she wants something bigger. I'll make her something bigger, I suppose, but we'll start off with this one and we'll see how it ends up. I found the center on this. Marked enough so I can see it. I'm gonna attach it with the wormwood screw. I decided this is gonna be the face because it still has the pith here. I'm gonna end up probably turning most of that out through here. So which will eliminate this crack as a problem. So that's kind of the plan. Got this all chucked up, and it should be ready to go shortly. Here's some of that cracking I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna turn it like this, should get rid of most of this crack, take out the pith. Anyways, we're gonna probably start off a little bit slow, probably 500 or 600 RPM, I'll let you know. And we'll get rolling. I'll be able to turn that crack out. So we'll continue on to see how it goes. I end up having to be filling that with some CA glue or something. We'll see. That is the first time I've used a bowl gouge on a project. That's like a world of difference. That is a world of difference from the carbides. So, wow. All I can say is wow. Wow. So, this crack is not going to turn out as much as I thought it would. And it's kind of hefty. So I got a debate on what to do. I'm going to go ahead and sand up the outside. This is the final shape that I'm going to go with. Maybe I'll do a rough sand on it. I don't have any more CA glue. So I'll go to the big box store and get some CA glue, fill these cracks, do some more sanding on it, and call this outside good. I think that's the plan, because then I'll check it from the other side and we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's starting to turn out. I just don't want to make the that tiny of a base on it or whatever. So I mean, I could make it more acute here, I suppose. Round it more. Maybe I'll try that. Give it kind of a rounded off shape some more. Let me do that. So I moved the camera, forgot to hit record, talking to myself for the last 15 minutes. I turned the shape down a little bit more to try to get rid of this crack. Oh, there's a lump there. Okay, I'm putting the tool rest back on. I gotta change the shape of this a little bit. But I'm decided that I'm going to sand it up. I gotta get some CA glue. I'll fill that crack with CA glue. There's a couple other spots here that I wanna fill. And up here. So, anyways, now that I'm recording, I can tell you what I've been doing for the last 10 minutes. All right, this is dried. I went and had dinner. So I'm going to sand this up, maybe with some 180, then some 220. Then I'll finish the outside with some Axe paste and wax. And we'll flip the bowl around and we will do the inside. I did a video last week that I talked to you about how I use Axe abrasive paste and polish. I will put a link to that in the description below if you haven't seen it. If you have any questions on how it works, it's a pretty simple application, and it gives you a great finish. And I'd like to thank Tom over at Axe for sending me this paste and polish to use. I appreciate it. Yeah, it looks pretty darn awesome. Got the bowl turned around. Go ahead and get this hollowed out. I'm going to start out with the tailstock support, and once I get a little bit of the weight out, I'll take it out. So I decided to hog out that center section with the Forstner bit. This is like a 1.5 or a 1 1/4. I'll just run that down the middle. Take some of this middle mass out. What the hell? I don't have enough foot. That broke. Fix the foot on the little lathe off camera. And I was gonna call this making it a yarn bowl, but I'm pretty sure the name of this video just got changed to Flings and Catches, How Not to Turn a Yarn Bowl. So last night, my phone died. I do all my recording on my phone. So I didn't get a lot of the work that you see done here because I thought I was recording and I spent 20 minutes talking to myself. So this morning we're just going to smooth out this bottom a little bit, and then we'll finish the inside of the bowl and we'll carve in the hook for the yarn to come through. And this has got a lot of cool marking on the outside, so I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it yet. I'll think that through. And there's a spot like right here with not a lot of activity going on. It's got a lot of cool markings on the top. So it's probably gonna be right in this section here. Anyways, let me get this bait smoothed out, sanded, and then we will get a finish on the inside, and I will cut out the yarn, the hook for the yarn bowl. I spent time yesterday when the phone was dead explaining what happened, why I had those two catches. Well, obviously they were operator error, but what I didn't realize what we were catching on is, you can see it right here, this dark spot where I filled with CA glue. It's the other side of that crack that I was worried about at the beginning of the turn. Came all the way through and it got punky in there. So the two times it caught that soft wood and flung it off. And I wasn't expecting the punky wood in the inside of the bowl. Anyways, that's kind of the explanation there. I'm gonna get this sanded up. We'll sand it in forward and reverse. We'll get it wiped down and we'll move on. So you can see all this cool marking from the Ambrosia maple there. I'm really having a hard time deciding where I want to put the hooks. You know, the hook that comes down like that or like this, so your yarn can feed through. And of all the places, I mean, I don't want to put it there because that's really cool. And obviously this part, the markings there are nice. That's the other side of the pith. So that really leaves me this section right here. So I'm gonna get a marker and draw that on. And then I'll drill some holes in it, and I have a coping saw. And I'll cut it out and we'll sand it all pretty. All right, wish me luck. Got my collection of big chisels and little chisels. I'm gonna get started on smoothing this out and see how that goes. So I've got this bit on, let's see if I can get it in focus for you. There you go. On the Dremel, and I'm having the best success getting that shape the way I want it. It's super pointy at the end, wider at the back, and it's fairly aggressive. Let me bring you back in now. So after probably close to an hour now of sanding and hand chiseling and dremeling, got a nice shape in here. Definitely if I do this again, I'm not pre-drilling holes except for maybe to start in the end, because that's really where all this unevenness is coming from. You know, it was a thought. I'd never done one of these, so, you know, live and learn. But ultimately, I'm happy with the shape. I'm gonna finish sanding it up to 400. Then I'll put some wax on it, give it a final spin and buff on the lathe, and call this one done. Ambrosia, can't speak, Ambrosia maple yarn bowl. And I think the coloring came out awesome, like the finish on it. And stick around to the end and I'll put some beauty shots up for you. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below, what I could have done different, what I should have done different. Anyways, thanks guys.